My husband made me coffee in bed. And then I put on some makeup, which I don't do every day, but for this special day, I did. And I wore the necklace that my late father-in-law gave my late mother-in-law. Hey everyone, today is my husband's and my dateversary, and since we're always looking for reasons to celebrate, we decided to take the day off and spend a day on the road, go to the wine country, have a nice dinner in the evening, and I'm going to take you along for the day. Our first stop was my favorite farm stand where they grow all of this beautiful produce. They have a barn and grow vegetables that I always like to get there because they're so fresh and beyond organic. Tons of pumpkins for the pumpkin season. I like to pick out some broccoli. This place is called Green String. And fresh garlic. I think I might be planting some of it. And my husband loves red bell pepper, so I picked out a whole bunch of them to keep us going for a while. Inside they often have a roaring fire in their stove, and they have more goodies to buy. And then we got back on the road to our next stop along Vineyards, and it was such a beautiful day. And this is a winery along the way. I love the fall colors on the vines. And I'm not sure what they're doing here. Maybe they're doing some late harvest wines with shriveled grapes. And more vineyards. And you see the yellowing of the vineyards over there. It's just a beautiful season. And we then went up to their terrace to check that out. We'd never been here before, but I have driven by and I thought this would be the perfect stop for a quick little lunch. So we walked all the way up to the top, and this is the view from their terrace over more vineyards and some wetlands, and you can see these little enclosed spaces where you can have your private lunch or wine tasting, which we didn't do. And here's inside their marketplace where you can buy some fresh foods and other goodies. It's always fun to check out what they have and see what's there for sale. We ended up with 2 cappuccinos, a sandwich, and some crackers and some cheese on a beautiful day on their terrace. And our dog was thirsty too, so here she's having a little drink. And more water. And there she is, Tika. She's our companion for the day. Oh, and there were so many olive trees. Makes me think about what I would love to do with all these olives, cure them and marinate them and do all sorts of things. And then went to check out their wine cellar. It was invitingly open, so I walked right in. And I loved looking at this place, all the wine casks, and it's just so well built, like an old wine cave with activity in there and more wine barrels, beautiful lighting. So I just like to check things out, walk around, see what's there. I don't even know what's in it, but it's just fun to look at it, and it's beautifully done. I'm not sure if they're oak barrels. A lot of California wine apparently is aged in oak barrels, and whatever it means that is written on the barrels. I don't know what gadgets there are, but oops, employees only. And these pictures are just so beautiful and lovely. I'm not sure if they're old, but it doesn't matter. So on the way back to the car, Tika has a mind of her own, getting some little sniffs there, and she loves grass, and you'll see in a moment why. She absolutely loves it. And this is her moment. She loves to roll in it. So we let her do her thing. Our next stop was the Jack London Historic State Park in Glenellen. And of course, the first thing I'd like to check out is the beautiful stone barns. So let's see what's inside. Big doors there. Obviously, they were making sherry there on the left and the right bottom. And you can't really see it, but they had beautiful old carriages in there. And then we went over to Jack London's cottage, where he lived and spent most of his years there. Oh, and I love to see the inside, how it's decorated. It's been furnished and refurnished. This is one of the bedrooms. Old trunks there. And here's another ladies' bedroom with dresses, a washstand, old shoes, gloves. Oh, I can just imagine what it might have been like living in it back then. Here's a typewriter that apparently Jack London's wife was using to edit and type up his writings. I believe this was the master bedroom with the master bathroom back there. Beautifully furnished. I don't know about you, but I could stick around and watch this all day and just imagine I actually lived there. I love old stuff. Look at this beautiful old dresser, the mirror. Here's where they did their laundry. Old-fashioned tools, equipment. Probably wasn't easy. Here's the cottage's kitchen, beautiful sink back there, a stove, and what might be a little bit of a mini pantry, crocks and bottles and preserves. The food would have been prepared on that table, and there's that old stove that was underneath the house and got restored. It's just, I love it. Outside, we walked around the gardens of the cottage with a little fountain, checking that out, and we just lucked out so much with the weather. The day before it was pouring rain. Actually, the whole week before was pouring rain. So we really lucked out with warm weather. This is the big kitchen in the house of Happy Walls. And I love to imagine what it would be like to cook in there with the view of the redwoods and the surrounding environment. There's another beautiful sink and the pantry. These things always get me really excited. I hope you too. Here's the bookshop that sells all of his 51 books that Jack London wrote in his lifetime. And we decided to buy The Valley of the Moon, a semi-autobiographical life journey. Outside, Tika is waiting for us. I know, she's so patient. And as the sun was setting, we're enjoying the California landscape while we're on some walks there on the trails. dinner, I did dress up in heels, which I don't do often. And we were catching the last rays of the day. Nice sunset. We were treated to a glass of champagne, and so that required a toast. Beautiful, yummy food that I didn't prepare. And Tika with us napping under the table. And as the sun went down, lights were on. It was just such a beautiful, balmy evening, perfect for this day. At home, I snuggled in bed and started reading The Valley of the Moon before I fell asleep.